So apparently it's been quite a while since I've done, I guess, a real customization video. So today what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the handle and knobs on this reel right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've been fishing this reel on the new Shimano Zodius, the medium light bait finesse rod, which is 7'2" in length. And while this Engetsu is not designed for finesse bass fishing, since it's pretty much a CURADO 70, it's really good for, I guess, upper end bait finesse or lower end lures used for bass fishing. But the problem is, since this is a saltwater reel meant for targeting big snappers, it comes with this really long handle and these foam power knobs, which, while they are comfortable, they really absorb all kinds of information when you're dragging a lure across the bottom. So this customization is not going to be anything drastic. We're just going to swap out this handle and knobs for something a little more finesse oriented. So let us begin. Now, while the Engetsu was not considered, I guess, a budget reel when it was available, I think it was priced somewhere in the low 200s, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money upgrading this handle and knobs. So of course I turned to AliExpress, and let me show you what I got. Now for the handle, we have this carbon fiber swept model from, I guess, Highton, and I think it's 95 millimeters, and this was only $15. And it's got the, I guess, the matte finish, not a glossy finish, so it looks, I guess, more JDM-ish. But yeah, only 15 bucks, and anyone who's been on AliExpress in the last few months have probably seen these handles for sale. Alright, now for the knobs, I picked out these Gomexus knobs, which have been out, I think, at least a year now, and these are, I guess, considered finesse knobs. Now to me, they're a little bit big for bait finesse, but for regular finesse, I think they'll do. And you can see they're red, and each knob was $15. So you're looking at a total of $45 for a brand new handle and knob assembly. Now I didn't get any kind of aftermarket bearings for the Engetsu because, for one, this is a JDM Shimano, so it's going to come with those JDM Shimano bearings that really can't be bettered by any aftermarket bearings that I've seen yet. And number two, any bearings that are faster than these stock bearings will probably make this reel almost untamable because it's pretty wild as it is out of the box. So no bearings needed. Alright, so let me pull these items out and let you guys get a closer look, starting with the carbon fiber handle. And some crap just fell out. And what fell out was, I guess, brass bushing and some shims. But the quality of this handle is pretty good, at least for now. What is that? Okay, that was just something I could just scratch off. But yeah, there we go. Nice crispy bends here. And let's check out these Gomexus knobs. Oh, this fell out of the Highton box as well, which is 2 nuts and a little piece there, so you can make this handle fit Shimano or DAIWA and Abu Garcia. It's pretty much everything you need. Now in these Gomexus knobs, you actually get a lot of hardware as well. If I can open this thing up, here we go. So this is their TPE material, which is like some kind of rubber. What is not soft, squishy rubber. It's pretty firm. But these knobs are pretty light, and Gomexus gives you, I think, 2 bearings and a bunch of shims. Yeah, 2 bearings and a bunch of shims and a tool. So you get a whole lot and pretty much everything you need with these Gomexus knobs and that high 10 handle. Now before we start putting this together, I'm going to do something first. Okay, so as you can see, I got the scale out and we're going to weigh this reel before and after we swap the handle and knobs out to see if we lose any weight. Okay, so the stock reel is at 7.64 ounces. So that's pretty heavy for a small reel like this, which is based on the CURADO 70 platform. And that's because it's got brass micro gears, the frame is aluminum, the handle side plate is aluminum, and of course we got this really long, I think it's either 96 or 102 millimeter handle with these beefy power knobs. So 7.64 is the stock weight, and I'm going to weigh it again once the swap's complete. Now I hope it doesn't lose too much weight, because even though this reel is considered heavy, on that long 7'2" Zodius, it actually balances really good. So let us begin. So of course the first step is to move the nut retainer and then get to the nut. Now I'm using this microfiber cloth so I don't scratch up the nut, and hopefully it'll fit. It might not. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like I can use the microfiber cloth, so I did manage to scratch up the nut a little bit. Oh well. Then off comes the handle. Now let's see if this is gonna fit stock or if I have to use that spacer. Nope, looks like I'm gonna have to use the spacer, which is that silver piece in the middle of these 2 nuts. Now the reason I'm holding the star in place is because Shimano drag stars are spring loaded, and they're a real pain to line up to get the drag star back down to fit properly. So if I can avoid that, I will. So when you're ordering, I guess, handles for your baitcaster on AliExpress, a lot of them are going to come with this little spacer, so you can use these handles on Shimanos. And they fit over the main shaft just like that. That way you can slap on this handle and yeah, this is a pain in the ass when you're trying to keep the drag star down, but there we go. Believe that went down. Nope, looks like I screwed up and let the drag star come undone, so let me fix that. Okay, so the handle is on and it looks like the drag star does just barely clear, which is good, but I just want to show you guys something. Now the high 10 handle came with a total of 4 nuts. So if you get one of these on AliExpress, it's going to come with 4 nuts, and the reason for that is that 2 of them fit Shimano, one for the right hand reels and one for the left, and the other 2 fit DAIWA Abu Garcia, of course, for right or left. So if you get one of these handles and you're wondering why it came with so many nuts, that's the reason why. But yep, there we go. Looks pretty cool. I should probably fish it just like this, but let's put on the retainer and then get those Gomexus knobs on and see what it looks like. Now that's an awful lot of red. I might have just stuck with the stock nut, but yeah, I might do that later, but we're gonna go with the high 10 nut for now. Okay, so the cool thing about these Gomexus knobs is they give you a schematic of how the bearing should go for both Shimano and DAIWA. So here's what we're looking for. Looks like there's a washer and then a bearing. Put the knob on and then the bearing and then the screw, which is pretty straightforward. And of course they include bearings. So between the high 10 handle and both the Gomexus knobs, it looks like I have plenty of shims and spacers there to make sure that the fit is right. So to remove this Gomexus knob end cap, that's where this tool comes in. Hopefully I won't scratch it, but is it made of plastic or is it made of metal? I think it's made of metal. And there we go. So I put the screw on and it's not spinning. So I think I'm gonna have to take the knob off and put more shims in the bottom. So after messing around with the shims a little bit, I think I got it to where I want it. Now these bearings are not the smoothest and there's just a little bit of in and out play, which I'm sure if I fiddle with it some more, I can take it out, but it'll do for now. So now let's put on the final knob. Boom! Check that out. What do you guys think? Is that too much red? Now keep in mind, once the spool is filled up again, this red will disappear. But I think it looks pretty awesome. The red really, I guess, contrasts with the shiny black and silver. Then of course you got your chrome here. And I think I'm going to keep the red nut, at least for now. I didn't think I'd like it, but I think it goes well with the shiny paint job. But yeah, check that out. Now here's the stock handle by comparison. I think the length was pretty similar, but just look at the size difference on the knobs. And while these knobs are not, I guess, the best knobs for finesse, they're going to be definitely better than the stock Engetsu power knobs. But look at that. I think the only thing that I would really like is, I guess, a silver ring around the knob end caps. Man, that would have been awesome. But yeah, there we go. The Engetsu 100 ready for upper end bait finesse duty this winter. And of course, we're going to see if it lost any weight. Now, if you remember, I think the stock weight of the reel was 7.65 ounces. So with the new handle and knob assembly, you're looking at 7.47. So just 0.2 of an ounce, which, to be honest, is fine by me, because when I was picking out reels to pair up with the Zodius, if the reels were too light, it really made that combo tip heavy. Now with the 7.5 ounce Engetsu, it balances out really nice. So I'm kind of glad it didn't lose too much weight. So there we go, guys. Knob and handle swap on the Engetsu JDM reel, all for roughly $45 from AliExpress. And you pretty much get everything you need. The only other thing you'll need, of course, is going to be a Phillips screwdriver. Alright guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description on where I purchased both the handle and the knobs if you guys want to get a set for yourself. And I think with the knobs, they come in different colors like black and maybe even white and other colors like that. So there we go, a quick and easy handle and knob swap. So once again, check the links in the description if you want to get a set of these knobs and this handle. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.